Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well. I thought for this video I would just do a regular ramble, pretty standard, nothing too out of the ordinary or anything. I don't really have any plans for this video in particular, so I'm just gonna be just talking off the top of my head, things that come to mind, and I'm not really sure. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry, there's something in my eye. It'd be nice to have like good eyesight just naturally, I forget what that was like, because as a kid, everyone, well, I guess not everyone, I don't know. I was gonna say, I guess everyone was born with good eyesight, but I don't know that that's actually true. I was born with good eyesight, and then it got bad when I was pretty young. I started wearing glasses in, I think, the 7th grade. I'm not exactly sure. It was around middle school. I switched to contacts in high school, but yeah, bad eyesight. And I don't even have that bad of eyesight, but it's still pretty bad. It's not good. It's not good. I can't see that well without contact lenses, without glasses. I haven't worn contacts in a long time. I got tired of them. I get, I wore glasses originally. I think we did that. When I say we, I mean, it was like my parents' decision, because I don't think they thought I was ready yet for contact. Because, the whole, like, putting them in your eyes and, like, keeping track of them and stuff is a little bit more work than glasses. For a little kid, glasses are a little bit easier. But as I got older, you become a bit more self-conscious about glasses. So I went with contacts throughout high school. And, yeah. But I wear glasses now. I actually like how they look. I especially like the glasses I had before. These are the second pair that I've gotten. I stopped wearing the other ones because the other ones kind of broke. I need to get another pair of those. But they don't sell them at any of the like eyeglass retailers that are around me, so I'd have to like order them offline. And from what I can tell, they're like, I don't think they're a particularly special brand. Maybe the brand is like small, or maybe they're going out of business or something. I'm not entirely sure, but it seems like getting them is kind of tricky. So I have to like call to like find availability or something. I'm not entirely sure. But I'd like to get another pair of those, because I like those other ones. They were thinner. These are thin around the bottom, but they have the slightly larger top side. I don't hate them. I just like the other ones a little bit more. But in general, I like the glasses. I think they look cool. If you get the right ones, I do think that getting the wrong type of glasses for like your face shape can be detrimental to your look, but I think I like the glasses that I picked for myself personally. But yeah, just a personal preference thing. But it would be cool to have just perfect vision innately and not have to rely on correct lenses. I dream about what that would be like, just to wake up and see the world. I've noticed that everything I see is slightly smaller than it actually is because of the distortion that's caused by the glasses themselves. When I take my glasses off, everything is a little bit bigger. And so it'd be cool to see the world in like true scale. But alas, that's just not in the books. I know there's like, I think it's called PRK, and there's LASIK. I've heard PRK is better. I think it's called PRK. I hope it's called PRK, because if it's not PRK, then I'm gonna feel really stupid. But I think it's called PRK. And yeah, I don't know. it's something that I would love to do because it's like, it's magic, you know? Just being able to see again without glasses or contacts, it's magic. But I've heard too many like horror stories, and also just like, your eyes don't heal. They don't work the same way that the rest of your body does, like your skin cells and everything. Like those are made, I mean, they're not made, but they function in such a way that, you know, they're able to be damaged because they heal. That's kind of the advantage of skin and your other tissues in your body. But your eyes don't work that way. They don't heal like tissue. So when you cut open your eye to fix the lens, it never heals. So you always have that. And obviously, you're not like constantly rubbing things against your eyes. So that's kind of the idea. It's like, it doesn't really matter that much. But I mean, I've heard stories of people like getting hit in the eye, or something happens where they rub their eye or something and they move the like lens out of their eye, and that's just like, oh, I don't like the sound of that. Alright, it stopped recording at some point. I don't know when. I wasn't paying exact attention. But I was talking about PRK and LASIK. I was talking about how I just don't feel like the technology is there yet. And then I was talking about how if it was possible at some point in the future to like completely remove your eye and then put in like a robot eye, like a camera or something, you know, that would be cool. I would do that if that was an option. Assuming it didn't look like just horribly disfigured or something. You know, there's like a curve to technology where when it's like when it's in its infancy, it can look kind of stupid. So like the first robotic eye that comes out is probably not going to look that cool. I might skip on that one. But, you know, the second, third, fourth ones, those will probably look pretty sleek, pretty normal. And then they might come with like the added functionality of like zoom vision or like thermal vision, night vision. That would be cool. Just being able to turn on thermal vision whenever you want. That'd probably be really expensive because thermal cameras are already expensive. I mean, they already exist. If you want to see in thermal vision, I mean, you could just hold a thermal camera up to your eye, but thermal cameras are expensive, especially like the actually nice ones. I mean, they get cheaper all the time as like new technology emerges. That's just how technology works, obviously. But yeah, they're like the actually good ones they're expensive. They're like thousands of dollars. Which is rough. I don't have thousands of dollars to spend on a thermal camera. Wish I did. I wish I had the financial security to just drop thousands of dollars on random bullshit that I don't need. That would be pretty sweet, but I don't. And that's another thing. I mean, LASIK, I do think the price for like LASIK surgery, PRK surgery, I think that has come down in like the past decade or so. But it's still expensive. And it's like one of those things where it's like, I feel like that kind of plays into people's perception of the procedure, you know, like, oh, I paid a lot of money for this. So of course I'm going to imagine it as being like better than it is, you know. It's kind of like the sunk cost fallacy. Actually, it's not, it is the sunk cost fallacy. If people put a lot of money into something, they're going to perceive its effects as being superior to what it might actually be, just because they don't want to accept the reality that like it might not have been worth as much money as they put into it, you know. Plus all the downsides and stuff. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. The funny thing is too is like, you know, you think about getting that type of surgery just so you can see better without contacts in your eyes and stuff. Because I've gotten so used to how I look with glasses, if I did even end up getting LASIK surgery and had perfect vision, like say it was perfectly, and I could see 20/20 perfectly fine, I would probably still wear fake glasses just because I like how they look on me, which is kind of silly. I mean, obviously it's not one-to-one, it's not the same situation, because like right now I wear them because I have to, whereas in that situation, I would wear them because I can, you know. So it's a little different, but it is still kind of funny, you know. But yeah. It's pretty cold. You know, it's middle of the summer, and towards the end of the summer, I guess. It's like middle summer, middle of the summer. It's mid to late summer, and it's pretty cold. You know, I don't know exactly why. They say global warming is a big thing. I'm personally a big believer in global warming. I think it is a problem. I think it is something that we should actually try to solve. I'm not, you know, I don't think America is the only person at fault. You know, India, China, those countries pump a lot of greenhouse gases into our atmosphere because of all of the, all of the lack of environmental regulations in those countries. They also have a lot of manufacturing in those countries, you know. So I think they're kind of the biggest proponents of that. I mean, America plays a role, though. We have a lot of cars. Our whole country is kind of built on the automobile industry, so you need a car to get around a lot of cities. A lot of them don't have proper public transit and stuff like that, which is a bit of a shame for multiple reasons, but, you know, it affects global warming too. But, you know, I don't see it personally, you know, mid to late summer, and I'm freezing out here. I don't know why. It just doesn't make any sense. So I'm starting to see the conspiracy theorist side of things. I think maybe it's a sham. I think maybe it's all it's a sham because I'm freezing out here. I'm super cold. But yeah, that's how it is. I don't know. I hope you guys are doing well. You know, things are the way they are for me. I mean, I'm not doing terribly. I'm not doing great. You know, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not doing badly at all. I don't want to make it seem like I'm going through anything super tough or anything like that, because I'm not. Life's good, you know. I can't complain. Yeah. The Olympics are going on. I don't really give a fuck about the Olympics, if I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, that's cool for those. Being able to compete at such a high level is pretty cool. I do want, there's a few things about the Olympics that makes me not, like, interested in them. Firstly is I have no, like, emotional connection to any of the athletes. Like, if there was someone in my family or one of my friends or someone that I had even, like, the smallest connection to at all in the Olympics, then I'd probably, you know, I'd root for them. I'd watch the events that they were a part of, and I would be into those specifically, but I don't even have that, so I'm not into that for that reason. But then also it's like, there's a part of the Olympics that almost feels like it's kind of elitist in a way, where, like, obviously the people that are at the Olympics are very good at what they do, yeah, no one's denying that. But there's 8 billion people on the planet, and how many people compete in the Olympics? Like, I don't know, actually. Probably like a couple thousand or something. But I'm not saying that it's wrong that, like, only a few people should compete, because obviously they're the top. They're the 0.001% or whatever. That makes sense. But I'm just saying, you know, how do you get to a point where you can get admitted to the Olympics? You know, how many people are there in the world that are actually better than the people that are in the Olympics are, that just can't compete because they're just in a country that's, like, has no money, or they have no money, or they just have no access to any avenue that would get them into the Olympics, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's not a big thing, because, like, Usain Bolt, isn't that, like, his story? He, like, grew up in some African country, I don't know. So, I mean, if he could do it, maybe it is kind of a normal thing, but I have no idea. But yeah, I'm just not that interested in the Olympics. I just don't really care. It's just not that interesting to watch. I mean, I guess I still have a bit of pride when, like, America brings home the gold. But I don't really care. I don't watch them. That's cool. If I could compete, that'd be cool. But yeah, I've heard, you know, you see that joke a lot where people are like, the Olympics should allow, like, a normal person to compete so that you can really tell the difference. And while, yes, it is just a joke, I do think that would be kind of interesting, because it is... Sorry, something in my eye. It is kind of hard to tell. Like, you lose track of like relativity, you know, like when everyone that competes in the Olympics is more or less on the same level, you know. You're going to have outliers. The people that bring home the gold are better than the people that bring home the silver. But, yeah, they're all pretty much at the same level. So when they're all competing against each other, it's like, I mean, cool. It just kind of looks like a regular sporting event, you know. So honestly, you probably wouldn't even need to have like a normal person compete. Just put in like a regular athlete. That would even be probably an impressive, you know, display comparison. Just to give you an idea of how much better these people actually are. It would be embarrassing if like they're actually not that much better. Like, I don't know. They honestly probably are not that much better. At least not the amount better that I'm imagining they are, which is probably an unfair amount of expectation. But like, with a name like Usain Bolt and like the massive reputation he's gained, you know, I would hope that if you put him up against like even a regular runner, like an actually good, like fit individual that can run well, if you put them against him, like he's just going to run laps on them. But he probably wouldn't, in all honesty, just because, I mean, he's good, but he's not superhuman, you know, like, I don't know. Does he even compete anymore? I don't even know. He probably does. It's the Summer Olympics, right? I mean, it is summer, but I guess depending on where they host them, you could have the Winter Olympics in the summer, surely. Because it's summer in the Northern Hemisphere and winter in the Southern Hemisphere, so I don't know. Do they always do it in the summer? I'm not even sure. I don't know. They probably do it in the winter. It's called the Winter Olympics, Summer Olympics. They probably do them at the right time of year. But again, I mean, I guess I've never really thought about that. You know, you hear that like the seasons are flipped in the Southern Hemisphere as opposed to the Northern Hemisphere, but do they still call summer in the Southern Hemisphere? So like, are the months of June to like August, is that still summer in the Southern Hemisphere? Because like then it would be cold, so like summer's cold for them. I mean, I guess they do, but that's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It's like, because like when you hear Summer Olympics, you think warm sports. When you think Winter Olympics, you think cold sports. But that's kind of a Northern Hemisphere way of thinking, you know? It's that Northern Hemisphere bias that we all have a little bit. Maybe a lot of it, I don't know. More elitism from the Olympics. I don't know, you know what I mean though, right? Like, they're a little bit elitist, because like you have to have a good amount of money to get into the Olympics, do you not? Because like you have to train, like you have your whole life has to revolve around doing this sport, and like a normal person doesn't have the money to do that. They can't just quit their job and just start doing this sport as their job, you know? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't have a big pet peeve against it or anything. It's just it's a small thing I've thought about, a small thing I've noticed. It just makes me that much less interested in the Olympics personally. But that's just me, you know. Yeah. But that's cool. They're in France. I don't know a whole lot about France. People make a lot of jokes about France, but I don't know history well enough to really understand why. I mean, a lot of people make jokes about them surrendering in World War II, but, you know, they got attacked. Like, I mean, that's just what you got to do sometimes. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know a whole lot about France, to be honest. Most of the things I've heard are bad, but, you know, I feel like that's just kind of the way things are, unfortunately. I don't know. Is the ISO like fucked up? Am I gonna look terrible in this video? Oh, holy shit. Okay, I guess that's as low as it goes. I might look bad in this video. I don't know. It looks kind of bright, which is weird because it doesn't seem that bright out here. I don't know. Can I drop the exposure or something? I don't know. We're just gonna, if I tap on that, does that, okay, that seemed to do something. I think that's better. Okay, so this video is gonna look bad. It's just gonna look bad, but that's the way things go. Sometimes my videos look bad, you know? I try to make them look good. Kind of a self-conscious thing, honestly. I don't want to look bad on YouTube, but sometimes I do. That's just the way things go. And this is probably going to be one of those videos. But you know, people say the rain is relaxing. It can be, for sure. It actually seems like the sun might be coming out. Maybe that's why it was getting a little brighter. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't know how long this video has been. It's probably been we might be close to 20. I think we're probably just shy of 20. I try to aim for at least 20 minutes with my videos. It's just a good round number. There's nothing really in particular. YouTube doesn't like give you any bonus points for 20-minute videos. I just feel like 20 minutes is that's a good chunk of time, you know. It's long enough for the people that, you know, want a longer video to be happy, and then it's short enough for like someone that just doesn't want to sit down and watch like an hour-long video, you know. I think it's a good middle ground length of time. Hopefully I wasn't talking too loud in this video. The sun is really starting to shine through the clouds. It's becoming really hard to even like see what I'm doing. My glasses are also fogging up, so that's not helping. But hopefully I wasn't talking too loud in this video. I probably was. It's hard for me to gauge how loud I need to be with the rain. I've never recorded a video during the rain before, so I don't know how loud the rain was. I was worried that it was going to be really loud because it was really loud to me sitting here. But when I look at the little spectrometer, whatever it's called, I don't know, that shows you like the audio levels. It seems like it's picking me up fairly well, even with the sound of the rain. I mean, it's diminishing as of right now because it's going away. But it seemed like it was picking me up, so I don't know. It might have been too loud. This might be the worst video I've ever made. I hope not. I mean, I guess one of them has to be objectively the worst, you know? Hopefully I've already made it, though. That's my hope, you know? I've already made the worst video I'll ever make. Nobody wants to, like, still have that coming up, you know? If you think about it, like, I haven't made the worst video I'll ever make. It's, you know, nah. All right, the rain is stopping, so I'm gonna stop the video. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. Get in the frame.